Monday morning, everyone. It has already been a hectic morning for some of us on AuthorTalk. I am one of those people. So you guys know me. I'm Amy here with Sandy Russell, and our guest today is Valerie Sweeten. So you guys say hi.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, Valerie. After
Welcome,
we said
Val.
so many nice things about you last week, it's
Thank
great
you.
that you're on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on your big book event, too.
Yes. So today I'm wearing the shirt they gave me right here.
Nice.
I know. I was like, that was really sweet. That was really sweet.
Who gave it to you?
The St. Stephen's Episcopal School. I presented from kids pre-K way up through the school. It was a lot of fun.
So tell me what you do in a presentation.
We read both books, and then we do crafts. If the schools have time, we do crafts. And so I design crafts for each age group, and and I sit there and do it with them. We have a great time.
And are those crafts based on like the stories from your book?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I develop them just like that. Like we have snakes with silly faces and zebras with crazy stripes and just fun stuff.
That's great. So we're going to talk more to Valerie about her books. We're going to come back to you, Valerie, and talk more about your books and all that's going on. What are you laughing about, Harlan?
You want to get to your weekend. You're so excited. You had such a great time.
I am. Okay, I am. So
we'll get to it.
I'm going to just close everybody down but me and tell you all about my weekend. But I want to hear about your weekend, Russell.
Oh,
I'm saving mine for last.
I went to the Museum of Fine Arts for the Indian exhibit, right?
Oh, nice.
It's something you'd expect me to do, especially this year.
Because
it is
India.
The India exhibit at Museum of Fine Arts is incredible. You should go. You will see beautiful examples of Mughal and India art and things like this human carrier behind me. And there's also a European Michelangelo type exhibit that I was too tired to go to after all the yoga I went to.
Where was this? At the Museum of Fine Arts?
Yes, it's just tremendous.
Oh, wow. I love that museum. Love going over there. So that's interesting. So that was the India exhibit. Is that there all the time, or is that there now because of all that's going on about the India?
It's there for maybe 2 more months. Because
when I was, I'm going to tell about my weekend and show the first picture that I sent you, Russell, which is, there's the Photo Fest, and that's about India. So this weekend on Saturday.
Keep talking. I just got to figure it out. I'm sorry.
Yes. On Saturday, so we're coming up to Write Fest. Write Fest Houston. It's an annual event from Write Space Houston, and this year we're combining with the Houston Writers Guild, which is how I got to be part of it. So if you look, this is where Write Space is located. It's where I have all their events. It's where I went on Saturday. If you like art, or you like books, or you like photography, or any aspect of that, you will love Silver Street Studios, which is right off Sawyer. It's on Sawyer Street, right off Taylor. So I-10, exit Taylor, go to Sawyer. Exit Taylor, go down to Sawyer. And,
you got it right.
Okay, good. I'm like, how did I? Anyway, when you go in the doors or in the gate for this big giant Silver Street Studios, there's all these buildings in there. And this happens to be the one where Write Space is located.
It's where Write Fest is going to be too, isn't it?
It's going to be in that same general area.
Right.
So, but what I wanted to point out is that they were having, this was such a fun thing. They were having this Photo Fest, and I took that picture as I was leaving. So I was leaving there about 12:30-ish and took that picture. So love it. Had a absolutely amazing time. As a volunteer coordinator, who knew you'd have a lot of fun to go meet with all the other volunteer coordinators. So we actually toured the building, which will be where Write Fest is located. And right now it's empty. And this was everyone you see. The person with her hand up is Cassie. She is
Cassie's been on this show.
And she will be again before Write Fest. Cassie's like she's like Elizabeth's right-hand person. And that's inside the building where there will be tables and decorations and all of that less than 1 month from today. April 30th is a Monday, and that really kicks off with, which I didn't understand this exactly, but Monday through Thursday is programs and workshops and things like that. It's not the Write Fest. Write Fest Houston actually officially starts Friday morning at 8:00. Well, for those of us helping, there's Elizabeth. For those of us helping, it starts Thursday afternoon because we're going to be doing setup. So anybody wants to volunteer to help with a setup, let me know. I will be the coordinating all the vendors and the vendor tables. So we're looking for a few more vendors. I think she said we have like 15. So if you have a company or a product or a service that you work with authors, or authors would be a potential client of yours. And one of the things I'm thinking of, Valerie, is our friends down at the America's Press.
Yes.
So I want to make sure they know about it. I'll make sure Marvin knows about it. Marvin Cloud is the person that helped Valerie with her books. There's all these author things in the city of Houston.
Do you want me to show the schedule?
Yes, why don't you?
Okay, and I can show
while you're doing that. While you're doing that, Russell, Sandy, can you share how much the vendor booths are, and they'll be there for 1 day, 2 days? How long?
They'll be there for 2 days, all day Friday and all day Saturday, and I believe it's $100. It might be less, but no more than $100.
That's a great deal.
It is a good deal for 2 days, and they already have. So listen to this. This is very exciting because they have the early registration and they have the indie campaign, fundraising campaign, and all that. They already have like 250 people registered.
Nice.
So they're expecting to have over 300 people there. I honestly can't wait. I'm so excited now. And all it took was me with that meeting of all the volunteers. I was so impressed. So all of you that were there, if you're watching, if you were there on Saturday, what an impressive group of volunteers. And thank you, Elizabeth, for hosting it. Cassie for being there with her. Raul and Leslie are the two the head of the volunteers. I forgot what their title is actually. And then, so the Houston Writers Guild new CEO was there, Andrea Sanchez. Our president was there, Verstant. And so we had a bunch of people there from the Writers Guild, and then a lot of people that are volunteers for Write Space. So I heard the story of how Write Space first got started, Elizabeth's goal to have something, a sanctuary kind of place for authors where they could write, they could do programs. I mean, it was just really one of the most motivating things I've done for a while, working with authors. So a special thanks to Elizabeth and Cassie for hosting that and for lunch and all the good stuff. So very well organized event. And that's coming up May 4th, 5th, and 6th will be the dates for it. So yay. Mm-hmm. So that was my Write Space. We will be at Write Space on Thursday, and we'll be filming a author talk there to be aired next Monday. So for the next few weeks, we'll be devoting our time to talking to people from Write Fest. And now, and one of them, and Valerie, thank you for sending us this information, that the keynote person, the keynote speaker.
Man, you are unstoppable today.
Energize. The person on your left, is Justin Cronin. This was at the Gulf Coast Gala. And they So he was their keynote speaker, and they had great things to say about him there. He is our keynote speaker at the Write Fest, and he will be speaking on Saturday at 1:30. So right after lunch on Saturdays when he'll be speaking. I can't wait to hear him speak. Can't wait to meet him. If anybody knows how to get in touch with him, we'd love to have him as a guest on AuthorTalk. I've followed him on all the social media stuff, but I haven't actually been able to get in touch with him. So yay, Write Fest, exciting stuff. So this is going to be a busy month as we get ready for Write Fest. And Amy, you and I need to talk about how I need your help, because definitely want you there on those days to help out. So that's my update. So
hey,
that's just your weekend update.
That was my weekend.
Great. That was fantastic.
Now I have to go get ready for tonight's class.
I know.
What is your class tonight?
The course is Be Known. So last week we talked about, getting known and the importance of it. And tonight we're going to actually be working on the plan, how to be known. And I've got a bunch of stuff that I posted in the Facebook group yesterday, some ideas of things we're going to cover. There's a lot to cover about how to be known, of course, more than you can cover in 4 weeks. So I want to make sure we cover the things that everybody is interested in, those that paid for it. And then we'll do more throughout the year in the group and in the community. So I'm just really excited about.
It's going to be fantastic. If you're not yet in it, you need to be in this course.
It is fantastic.
It was really good.
And he's going to be talking about social media. So we really got some good stuff coming
So
up.
it's 7:00 tonight.
Yes.
If someone still wants to sign up, how do they find you?
I'll put the link below, but it's perceptivepublicrelations.com/be known.
And
Sandy, you're looking there. Do you have any comments so
I was
far?
just looking to see.
We didn't do that soon enough last week.
I know.
You and I decided that was our main. We had a really good week last week, but we decided that was our main criticism.
It was. We did not look soon enough to see all the great comments.
Especially Fern Brady and Sue wrote a lot of questions we never.
Sue says it's snowing.
Sue said it's snowing there.
Wow.
Robert Parker just joined us. Welcome, Robert. Sue's watching now. Vola's watching. So thank you guys for watching. Yay. So if you're watching, go ahead and share the link with somebody else and have them let them know about it. Oh, James is watching. James. So we have to have James on someday. James, he works during the day, so we'll have to have it in the evening. He's our designer.
Okay.
Oh, he's the one who did Sue's book.
Mm-hmm. And he's such a generous person. And last night he sent me this little sample of what he's doing. And Sue, I'm going to post yours after this. But he said, here's what I'm doing with authors' books. And he's making them into a GIF file, GIF file, which means there's movement associated with it. And he showed me some samples, and its price was so totally ridiculous. And I said, James, you cannot charge such a little price. $3 is what he was. I'm like, no. And he said, I want to be able to reach people to get it that couldn't get it somewhere.
I'd pay $3 to have James make Maryland move.
I've already got that in mind. So he can only take the picture that you already have, though. So she's not holding a knife. Yeah, James is very creative. So James, we may have to have you come and do us a whole new picture for Russell. But believe me, James is on the list to do the cover for your next book. So that'll be great.
Valerie, it would be good for you to see the covers of your books. It has all the animals and stuff to move. That one would be really cool.
That would be really cool. I would like that. Yeah.
So,
do you have a cover of your latest book, Valerie?
Yes, I just sent it to Amy.
I know, because you tried to send it to me 17 times and you couldn't get it done.
Yes.
Valerie was having a little, Valerie or Russell, we're not sure which one, was having a little technical.
Not me. She sent it to an email from like 100 years ago. Blah, blah, blah.
We'll get it. We'll
It's
get it.
all good. It's right here. It's small, but it's all good.
Okay, everybody. Amy is in this weird, totally chill mood today. I don't even know where this mood is from.
Russell, it's just winging it. It's Monday, nothing's gone right, and it's only 10:30. So
Exactly.
I need to get up on the day. So that's just how it's going.
What's this picture show us, Val?
Okay, so every time I go to do a book presentation, I take a picture of my books where I go so I can remember and then share out so everybody can see where I'm going too. So that's what I like to do.
I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So, Valerie, you were just at St. Stephen's then, and that's the shirt you have on, right?
Yeah, they gave me their shirt. And so that was there on Friday. It's over by the West U area. So, and then later this month, I'll be going to Yellowstone Academy to share with them also.
And then how do you find these schools? Because you always talk about schools I've never even heard of before.
I network and network and network and network, and I never stop talking. I never stop, literally.
Well, and you do good work too, Valerie. I repeated last week about how you had contacted me wanting just to read to the children that were stuck at Brown during the hurricane. So, I mean, you're always committed, no matter what the weather's like.
Right. I just love it. And I mean, that's why I just love doing these presentations, because the kids have so much questions and they have so much to share. And that's why, you know, when we write these books, that's what we're doing. We want to share with our audience and interact.
You know, I think we have a lot of children's book writers. We've come across a lot during this podcast. Don't you think, Sandy?
I do.
The lady that from Austin who
Channelie.
Yes, Channelie.
Mm-hmm. We had her on. She was one of the guest speakers at the Indapalooza, if you remember. It was like around the hurricane.
The keynote. So she was our keynote last year.
Mm-hmm.
So Sue wants to know, Valerie, are your books on Amazon?
Yes, they are. They are on Amazon too. And you can also contact me on my website to buy them, and I'll ship them right out to you. Personalize it too.
So one of the things, so Russell's absolutely right. Valerie is a true journalist. That's part of it.
Right.
Because she's always looking for a story and a place to talk about her books. And I think you hear something like when we had like Russell's talking about these kids that are there, and immediately you think, what can I do to help them? And it's a good story. So I love that. I love those stories. And do you tell those kind of stories anywhere? Do you put them anywhere, like on a blog or something?
No, I really haven't had time to do it, but I probably should. You know, I don't know. I'll get around to it. I'm just trying to work on getting the next book out. So, and Russell knows about that.
It is a lot to balance. And that's one of the things I'll be talking about in the course is while you're being known, while you're working, doing all the work there is to be known, when do you have time to write, or when do you have time to keep writing and keep doing the next book?
Absolutely.
So it's a juggle. And Amy and I are very familiar with that, because Amy has her own company and then she's working for me. And together we're promoting what we're doing with Perceptive Public Relations, and at the same time promoting our clients and getting them the visibility. Yeah, it's a lot.
And you know, one of the main questions I get all the time when I do these presentations is like, how long did it take you to write this book? And I'm like, writing the book is not the problem. You know, it's editing it. It's getting all I tell them the parts and pieces have to come together. I said, just because I show them, you know, I was like, you have to write your author bio. You have to write your preview. You have to get all these things together, and any kind of book you're going to do. And that's where the hard work comes in, really.
And
wow, that was a really good take, Val.
It was.
Don't you agree, Russell?
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. I mean, you were succinct and exact. Good job.
Vola said that she bought a book from you for a family reunion, and you autographed it, and all the kids were thrilled about the book.
That's wonderful. I really appreciate that, Vola. Thank you.
So lots of stuff for an author to do. Lots.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And how to narrow that down and to take it. We always have to remember, and I always have to remind everybody that, you know, when there's an elephant in the room, which is called selling your book or being known or any of those, you have to take one bite at a time. So I know.
Yes.
Because it's a struggle with everyone to balance. It's a struggle with us to balance. How much do we promote what we do, and how much do we promote our clients, and then how much do we just do of all the work that there is to be done, the courses?
Exactly.
It's always the same for everyone. So anyway. So Val, where's your next place you're going to be?
Well, but when I go to Yellowstone Academy later this month, but the big deal is coming up at Woodlands Children's Museum in May, where I'll be doing a presentation.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
Yeah, so that's what I got. But I really, really need to get some more schools on going before the school year ends up. So I do have some available dates for that if anyone wants me to come out.
So do you have a way of getting in touch with teachers or with librarians?
I do research on that and just reach out to as many people as I can email, and just hopefully someone, you know, but mostly I have the best luck, honestly, with networking.
And where do you go for networking?
Pretty much just a lot of like just different, I belong to different organizations. And so even I go to all these different luncheons and dinners. And even when I do something for my professional thing, as you probably know, when I'm at a different professional thing, I will just tell them about my book. And then I'm like, oh, by the way. So that's I think the most important. So it doesn't matter if you're in a group, it just matter like you tell everybody, no matter who you meet, just tell everybody.
You never know when you're talking to somebody that knows somebody, or somebody that is a teacher, or, you know, all those different things.
Or they know somebody, and what it all comes together eventually.
And doing school visits is a big thing for children's book authors, a really big thing. One of my former clients and a real good friend, Ellen Leventhal, had a children's book, Don't Eat the Bluebonnets. And I remember when we were getting, I mean, we did everything, including like, you know, going to Austin to the Bluebonnet Festival and all these kind of things. So you really find, just like any book, just like Russell's book, just like Sue's books.
They really don't invite me to talk about my book, though.
I think the main thing I learned
might be a little bit inappropriate.
Okay, so you need, what I was going to say was, just like theirs, you find the audience and where they're located. And for Russell, there's all kind of people that love mysteries, and there's mystery dinners and all those kind of things to check into. So
there's no wrong place. I mean, really, I've done signings at ice cream shops, candy stores. I mean, I
would think ice cream shops for your type of children's books would be like perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect place.
Except you just
and it would be for me too, but only because I'm an ice creamaholic.
So you might be eating more than you have to take a break.
Stop. Yeah. That's why I have to run all the time.
The only thing that came to my mind was thinking of kids eating ice cream and holding a book.
Yes.
So
they'd have to buy two then.
No. You're going to be buying a dirty book. So.
Fun.
Anyway, so if you know someone that has a school, that's a school librarian, that has an elementary school, private elementary school, public elementary school, Christian elementary school, Valerie's books are awesome and a great way for teaching kids, you know, about the earth that we live on and the responsibilities and all those things about. And a good thing about it is this month is Earth Day. So, so big thing about Earth Day. So Valerie, we should do a big promotion for you around Earth Day this
When is Earth Day?
It's the middle of the month.
It's the 23rd or 22nd, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
I looked it up over the weekend and now I've totally forgot, but I remember it was a 20-something.
Yes.
So we'll find out and let everybody know when Earth Day is. So if you have a book that has anything to do with the world in which we live, then Earth Day is a good day to celebrate. Or go to the zoo or do something like that. So this is another great place to have book signings. Love to So, Russell,
well, do we have time to talk about our social media subject?
We're going
Thank you, Amy.
Good.
Thank you. And what we want to talk about is a little bit different today. And this was Sandy's idea. She wanted to talk about Facebook, but not Facebook, what happened this week, but because of what's going on now, basically the threat of privacy. And that was interesting because we have him speaking this week. Amy and I have conversed on this a little bit, haven't we? And in the New York Times this week, they, on the business section, they discussed a new agency and program in India that is registering not only the fingerprints of all 1.3 billion Indian citizens, but their retinas too.
Wow.
And so the government will then have on file both your medical information, your fingerprints, your retina scan, and you will not be able to get, and if you don't register, which is required by law, you cannot get any government services, or you can't get the government to do anything for you. Wow. I mean, it was kind of shocking. It's way further than even what's going on in China with all the camera ID stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which is interesting because India is where a lot of American companies go to get their technology experts. So India has technology experts there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they have technology companies. So a lot of companies that would be very interested in this whole privacy thing, I'm sure. So interesting that they're coming out with a system that would ensure that people are private.
But I got to say, Sam, I think there's a big difference between the view that someone like you or I take and someone like Valerie or Amy take, because like I have, all my kids are Amy's age and they don't care. They're like, they already have all the information on us. It's no big deal, Dad. Whereas I'm still freaking out about it. Not only as an American, but as an attorney, I think it's crazy.
Hello. So I'm with Amy and Valerie. If there's anything that I'm doing, I'm not trying to hide anything. I don't care.
Yeah, but it's your right not to be supervised by your government.
I'm a little. I don't think I could go that far. That's extreme. That's too invasive. That's too Big Brother.
See, okay.
Wow,
so
we're all mixed up.
Yes,
I think that's kind of overkill. I mean, I'm an open book. You can look at whatever I'm looking at. I don't care. But as far as having to register like my thumbprint and my retina scan and everything like that, I feel like that's overkill. I feel like then they're wanting to monitor everyone and what
that I think is overkill too. I'm not talking about registering. Yeah, I'm talking about. I heard on the news the other day, so we were having all this thing about about Facebook, and I heard this guy talk about Google, and I'm like, well, that's interesting. Why is Zuckerberg going before Congress to talk about all this stuff when the head of Google's not? And yet they've got more information on us than Facebook. Huh?
He's taking the fall for it. So you have to think about it. If you go on Google, everybody can admit this. If you go on Google, you see the same crap on Facebook that you were looking at on Google because they're intertwined. Well, what happened? Google wasn't hacked. It was Facebook, but they're intertwined. So Facebook's going to be the fall of it, not Google, because Facebook's the one that got hacked. Google did not.
I know, but I listen to people, and some in my own household, saying privacy. I'm like, do you not understand that Google, now nobody's saying about Google, they're all saying about Facebook. I mean, do you not understand that Google has a record of every place you've been since they started?
Not only that, but you and I were purchasing those algorithms on people.
Yes,
so we could promote my book. So we're hypocrites for talking about it. But it's still an outrage.
But as long as you do it with Google, it's okay. You do it with Facebook,
Facebook can't change. Amy, I don't think Facebook can change either. It's the way they make money.
Right. But also, I kind of understand why Google doesn't get in trouble for it. Google is a search engine. So you're looking for things. So information has to be on there. As far as Facebook, they're taking my information and giving it out. It's not searching. They're just taking it, and I don't know that it's happening. Now on Google, I know that because it's a search engine. People are going to look.
You knew it was happening. I kept telling you, don't take those tests. Don't take and Sue. You and Sue.
Hey, I wanted
what
to know
is people saying about this?
Okay, I wanted to know. I was like, what kind of princess would I be? That's what happened. So, and
the ultimate princess.
Yeah, I was the best one. But then, all my stuff was out there. But
I know you're a princess because Sandy keeps saying you act like a princess.
I sure
I didn't mean to say that.
She's a princess.
I am a princess. But I think that's the difference. I think people expect Google to have information that they're looking for. They don't expect Facebook to take your information. I think
so. We've had some comments. Sue says she's with Russell. She thinks it's creepy.
Yeah, but I bet she's hired you, so she's a hypocrite too, right?
Sue, are you a hypocrite too? You have to tell us because so are we all hypocrites that we are critical of them using our information and yet we're very willingly going to...
Well, as authors, if we're going to merchandise and market our books on the internet, which is the only place we can do it, how you can't do it correctly without being a hypocrite on this. You have to buy algorithms. You have to.
You do. You have to buy algorithms. You have to.
Amy, why are you so grunch face? What's going on there?
I had feedback on my end and I couldn't see it. So I was like hearing everything. It's like doubling down on me. Okay, I fixed it.
Yeah, okay. I have to say, if I'm on Facebook and I do this, then I have to go close Facebook because I'm hearing my.
I usually mute it so I can see it. So then I can see how my hair looks and stuff. I fix it. But I mute it, but I couldn't find it to mute it. So I just closed it. I was like,
okay.
Okay, he's tired of that conversation.
So what did Sue say?
Sue said
the other
creepy.
Questions.
She said it was creepy. That's the last she said. So Raul is watching. Hi, Raul. So
hello,
if you don't know Raul, you'll get to know him at Right Fest. Raul.
Yeah, he'll probably be on next week if we're able to do the recording.
Yes, we're going to be. Well, we're going to do that specifically so he can be on next.
I have a whole set of new jokes to kid Raul about during that.
Nice.
I'll leave Amy alone.
Hey. Yay.
So let's wrap up.
Wait, we didn't finish it. What else? What other questions did our viewers say?
Sue, the last few were Sue. No, that was it. That was it. We had quite a few people sharing it. James shared it. Vola shared it. Amy shared it. And so now everybody's watching. Yay. So thank you for watching us today and being with us. I thought this was an exciting day. Mm-hmm. We got to hear about Russell. Did you tell everything you wanted to tell about your weekend and all that stuff?
No, because Valerie did such a great job that we just had to go right with her, which is great. That's what we want. Good job, Valerie.
Thank you. But I would like to hear more about the museum later.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Same time next week.
Okay.
So what do you have planned for next weekend? And is that around your India trip?
No, I'm going to New Orleans next weekend with a bunch of people. It's supposed to rain really hard all weekend. So who knows what's going to happen.
That'll be fun.
So why are you going to New Orleans?
Because I was told I was going.
There you go.
I thought maybe you were going to Harrah's or some casino there or something.
No, I go to Golden Nugget when I go to Louisiana casinos. That's the finest casino in Louisiana.
And New Orleans is a great place to visit. We love New Orleans. So any final words, Russell, do you want to share?
Watch for my Facebook Live people watching on Bourbon Street at midnight Saturday. If it's not raining, I could have some fun.
Oh, yes.
If it is raining, you'll have even more fun. Val, any final words from you?
No. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. I appreciate
it. You were awesome.
Anytime.
You're always great, Valerie. Thank you for for being always available to help us out and be here and share your ideas. And again, if you know anyone and you're connected with a school, if you're teaching a school, you're probably not listening right this minute, maybe tonight or watching the video. So we know Joanna Jordan is one of our faithful followers now, and we met her when her book cover won the monthly Cover of the Month award for the Houston Writers Guild. So
yeah, she's pretty cool.
Joanna, if you have any, I know you teach high school, but if you have any connections with elementary school, Valerie's great.
And that's what too. A lot of kids have questions about writing. The teachers want me to talk to them about writing, processes and things like that. Because I have.
And you write for the Chronicle too.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of writing background.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
So, Amy, final words from you.
I would love to hear feedback on this whole privacy thing, the thing that the article Russell brought up about India doing semi-invasive security.
Not massively invasive.
Yeah, on their citizens and this whole Facebook thing. I'd like to hear other people's opinions. So you guys leave it in the comments or reach out to me. I would love to hear what other people are thinking. I mean, I only know what I think and Social Media Examiner thinks and you guys think. So, if you want to give us feedback on it, I'd really appreciate it. So.
Oh, Amy, and thank you for saying that. And if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, put those comments on the YouTube channel. Yeah. And if you like us, post a like. Because it helps as we've keep talking about algorithms all the time, it helps our YouTube algorithm.
It does.
And we had some other people join us, Brent Clanton. So Brent Clanton with KUHF Radio. I've known him since he was with another radio station.
Hey, Brent.
Years ago. Hi, Brent. Thanks for joining us. Samantha Wright, Rob Clare joined us. So, wow, we
need to go on for another hour. I have another article.
You didn't talk about the New York Times book review either.
I know. We will maybe next week. I love it. But there's always.
We got lots of stuff, and that's what this is all about. This program is AuthorTalk. And we want to hear what's going on in the author community, what's going on in the readers community. And so if you are an author, we're going to have one of our people from the course is going to join us after Write Fest. So Red O'Laughlin will be joining us soon. And so we got lots of people signing up. So stay tuned. And if you're an author and want to be a guest, just let Russell know, let Amy know, let me know, and we'll work that in. So have a great week. And we'll look forward to hearing from you again.
Okay.
Bye.